Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. I'm so glad to have you all here with me today. My name is Ethan, and in this video, I'll be doing a general collective energy reading. Now, keep in mind, this is a general collective reading, so it may not resonate with everyone, and that is okay. Please only take what resonates and leave the rest behind. And as a quick disclaimer, I am not a professional. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. I make these videos for fun and as a creative outlet to express my intuition. Now, this reading is for anyone who feels like they've been in a long in-between phase, a chapter of waiting, inner conflict, emotional processing, and is now standing at the edge of reclaiming their voice, their confidence, and their joy. Today's spread speaks about closure, self-sovereignty, emotional healing, and a powerful rebirth that's already unfolding beneath the surface. For the overall energy of this spread, I picked the cards Last Quarter Moon in Taurus, Be Proud of Yourself, First Quarter Moon in Gemini, Speak Your World into Being, and the Full Moon in Leo card, which says Go Wild. Starting with the Last Quarter Moon in Taurus, Be Proud of Yourself, this card comes up when a chapter is quietly closing, not with fireworks, but with maturity. In real life, this can look like you realizing that even though your life didn't unfold the way that you had planned, you survived and grew. You learned the lessons. It could look like a moment where you stop being so hard on yourself for not moving, fast enough in everyone else's eyes because you are growing at your own pace. It could also look like letting go of the belief that success has to look a certain way. This could be overgiving. This could be working yourself to the grave. It could just be wearing yourself thin emotionally, the burnout. So, moving on to the First Quarter Moon in Gemini, Speak Your World into Being. This card shows that your words matter more than ever. What you say to yourself, what you say out loud, and what you finally choose to communicate with others. In the real world, this could look like finally having the difficult conversation you've been avoiding, speaking up at work instead of staying silent, if I can even talk, I'm getting tongue twisted, expressing your needs in a relationship instead of hoping someone will just know. Because, not everyone's a mind reader. Even if it might be common sense to, you and I, other people may not be on that wavelength, unfortunately. That's something that I'm having to work on as well. But the Gemini energy says that when you change the narrative, you change the outcome. You're no longer meant to think your way forward, you're meant to voice your truth into existence. Next, with the Full Moon in Leo card, which says Go Wild, this is the most expressive card in the overall spread. Leo energy is about joy, creativity, confidence, and visibility. In real life, this can show up as starting something creative again after years of hesitation, posting your work, your voice, or your truth publicly, dressing differently, living louder, laughing more freely. This card doesn't ask you to be reckless, it asks you to be real. After everything you've been through, you are allowed to shine again. Moving down to the Oracle guidance cards that I pulled to help guide us through this collective energy. I pulled the card Sovereign, which says Courage, Reclamation, Destiny. The Buried Within card, which says Trusting, Intuition, and Dreams. And the New Dawn card, which says Death, Rebirth, and Grief. Now, the Sovereign card, this is a declaration. It says that you are no longer outsourcing your power. In real life, sovereign energy looks like making a decision even when others don't approve, choosing yourself without explaining to everyone why, realizing that your life path doesn't need permission. This is the moment where you stop asking, is this okay? And you start saying, this is mine. Moving on to the Buried Within card, Trusting, Intuition, and Dreams. This card tells you to listen to, like, inward. Listen to yourself, your inner guidance. Examples of how this might show up include you feeling nudged towards something that doesn't logically make sense yet. Maybe you keep dreaming about the same theme, place, or emotions. It could be that your body is reacting before your mind even catches up. So the message is clear. You already know what's right, you just stopped trusting it for a while. Now that inner knowing is returning. Moving on to the New Dawn card, Death, Rebirth, and Grief. This card honors what you've lost. It acknowledges grief over past versions of yourself, sadness for relationships, opportunities, or timelines that didn't survive, the quiet mourning of who I thought I'd be by now, which, trust me, I understand that completely. I thought I was going to be a meteorologist right now. Like, here in my mid-20s, I was completely on board to be a meteorologist, and it worked out for me. It's still working out. I work with the Park Service, and I'm working on a bachelor's degree in geographic information, science, systems, and physical geography, so a little bit of a recalibration, but I think it'll all work out. But still, I understand the, mourning who I thought I'd be by now, but enough about me. Let's get back into the reading. I don't want to trauma dump, but know that you are not alone. But this New Dawn card promises that you are not broken, you are becoming. You are transforming. In the real world, this looks like feeling lighter after finally crying something out, forgiving yourself for choices made in survival mode, waking up one day and realizing the pain doesn't control you anymore. Now, with the clarifying tarot cards for this overall energy, I pulled the Five of Arrows, and this reflects inner conflict and mental exhaustion. You may have been trying to prove yourself, winning arguments but losing peace, overthinking every decision, and all of this could be leading to some tension, and this could be a past or a present energy. Next, we move on to the Hanged Warden, or the Hanged Man. It's the Hanged Warden in this deck. And this confirms a forced pause. So in real life, plans stalled, progress slowed. You may have felt suspended between the past and the future, kind of in limbo. Happens to the best of us. But this pause was necessary. It changed your perspective. Moving on to the Star card, this is showing that hope is returning. This can show up as a renewed sense of faith, healing after burnout, feeling inspired again for the first time in a long time. This is the universe saying you're back on track. With the Nine of Wands reverse, you're done fighting. You no longer need to stay guarded, expect disappointment, be in survival mode. Rest is now part of your path. Moving down to the Seven of Pentacles reverse, this reflects frustration about effort and results. In real life, it could look like feeling like you invested in the wrong thing, wondering if the wait was worth it. This card says stop waiting for old seeds to grow. New ones are ready to be planted. And we have the Justice card right next to the Seven of Pentacles reversed. And this shows a karmic balance returning. So the truth comes forward, decisions are aligned, what's next is fair and deserved. Moving on to the Four of Wands, this shows that stability and joy will return, if not are currently returning, depending on your situation, because this could be a past energy, present energy, or a future energy. My readings are timeless, because we're all on our own journey in life, and each reading can really resonate with anyone, truly. But anyway, with that Four of Wands, this can be emotional security, a supportive environment, a milestone worth celebrating. You're entering a space where you can finally exhale. With the Ace of Wands reverse, this shows that your spark wasn't gone, it was just blocked. fear, grief, or exhaustion may have dimmed it, but now the block is finally lifting. The Five of Cups reversed. This shows emotional healing. You stopped focusing on what was lost and started looking at what you still had and looking towards the future, looking at the outcomes going forward. You didn't want to stay stuck anymore. Now we have the Death card reverse, and this tells me that resistance to change is dissolving. So you're ready now. The ending no longer scares you. With the Two of Pentacles, you're learning to balance. Balance old responsibilities and new desires, logic and intuition, stability and freedom. It could even just be grounding yourself and also balancing that with a little bit of mysticism, spirituality. Now, to end this overall spread, we have the Page of Cups, and this is the rebirth. This is the emotional openness, creative curiosity, a gentle new beginning that is led by your heart. So, weaving all of this together, because I know it's a lot, this reading tells the story of someone who outgrew survival mode. You didn't just endure, you transformed. You reclaimed your voice, you remembered your joy, and now you're stepping into a softer, truer, more expressive chapter. Your next beginning doesn't require force, it requires trust, courage, and authenticity. And you're already on your way. If this message resonated with you, please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know how this transformation is showing up in your life. I'm genuinely curious because I know we're all on a different journey. I know how this energy is working with my life, but if you want to share how it's working in your life, then feel free to. I love to hear it. But thank you all for watching, and until next time, trust yourself.